And I can't pronounce it, but I'm just going to say Gross Tractor because that's the closest thing that I'm going to be able to pronounce it to say it properly. Krupp. This tank is a tier 3 medium German tank and 320 hit points. So it's blessed with quite a bit. It's not too bad for hit points. Doesn't weigh very much. Actually weighs less than the S35. 250 horsepower and a 44 top speed. This thing actually doesn't feel too bad moving around, but it is quite large. It's very long and it's extremely fragile. Anything and everything that brushes up against you, if a tree falls on you, if someone sneezes on you, if someone drops their lunch on the tank, it's probably going to create damage. Your armor is that bad. It's got 8 on the sides, 8 on the rear, almost twice as much on the front, but that still is only 14. Next, we'll take a look at the gun. Your turret's actually pretty quick as well, and your view range at 330 isn't bad either. The detracting thing about the gun is its pen is only 43, and for a medium tank with a 75mm gun, it really doesn't have very good pen. The 87 pen for your APCR is good, but if you're using this as a premium tank, then it's not really very effective if you can't pen anything very well. Another thing that's not very good is the rate of fire. You only shoot every about 5 seconds, and you do 100 damage, but your DPM out of a lot of smaller other tanks is a lot better. And the dispersion is shit-tastic. You got 0.55. And another thing to take into account on this thing is the shell velocity is basically like throwing a frisbee. You're like, just pretend all the tanks out in the field are like, I don't know, a golden retriever. Because that's how long it's going to take your shell to get to that tank. So you got to lead your targets like crazy. It's like a tennis ball machine when it pops your shell up in the air, and it's just it's actually a little bit ridiculous. And the aim time's also really bad. Whenever you traverse the hull of the tank, the aiming reticle blooms like crazy, and then it takes a long time to actually start aiming in. I really after playing this tank, I don't like it. You'll see what it's like in game, but I'm coming back and doing the garage review after because I was going to couple this together with the S35, but this deserves a review on its own because of how much I didn't like it, and the S35 actually deserved a review on its own because of how much I did like it. So very contrasting review, the Gross Tractor versus the S35. These are coming out at virtually the same time, so you'll be able to compare them pretty easily. And if I had to put these two up against each other, this thing would get fleeced every single time, and honestly, not a very good tank. Right, here we go in the Gross Tractor. Now I can tell you right away that the gun depression is fantastic. It's not super fast, but once it gets going, it's actually not too bad. It looks like it'll do about 30 or 40 tops though. The gun depression is able to not show too much of the tank, but the tank is Land Shark. This thing's huge. Like it's like a closest thing I can tune this thing to is like a tier 3 TOG. It's just a really huge tank, and unfortunately it makes you a really big target for just about everything shooting at you. And the AP rounds aren't great. We've only got 43 pen, so it struggles to pen anything at tier 4 and tier 5, which kind of relegates you to having to shoot APCR a lot. Your aim time is also bad. It takes a really long time, and as soon as you move the hull at all, you can see how large it blooms, how long it stays there. And it's like a 3 or 4 second aim time in the end. And it also gets really nasty matchmaking. So off the hop, I don't really recommend this tank that much if this thing ever goes on sale, or it has been on sale. It doesn't have attributes that I particularly like. I mean, the gun depression is good, and it does a lot of damage for a tier 3 tank, but it sees really nasty tanks. Oh, and there's a Panzer S35. It's the one tank in this game I could probably hurt. Let's see if we can get him. The reload is also really long, about 5 seconds. You can get shot a lot of times by a lot of tanks in 5 seconds. Can I get him? No, of course not. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to really engage that T-14 that much. Maybe we can just shoot this guy instead. The other thing is really bad is the accuracy is terrible. And for whatever reason, the artilleries are already firing at me. So we're just going to get out of here. I'm going to run over and hide behind our artillery. That's my plan. I'm going to put as much distance between me and these guys as I can. That T-40 died. Let's see if we can help out our T-40. Look at that. Look at how long that aim time or that shell velocity is. But this guy's tracked, but I still can't pin him with my 40 pen. Oh, there we go. We got one into him. But the reload is so long. Well, look at that. That was beautiful. Now I'm going to try and counter scout this Panzer 1C. Let's see how this goes. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out for me. That was a total miss. Looks like he's going to get... Yeah, he got what he came for. Oh! Historically accurate. M7 Priest, well renowned for shooting light tanks on the move in World War II. And there's a T-14 back here. I do not want to really fight him. I don't think I can actually pen him. I'll shoot at him anyway. Sherman 3 isn't really... Oh, I can't... This accuracy is just god-awful. I'm going to get clicked sitting out here. I need to get out of here. I can't pen a T-14 with this tank. It's impossible! The only other tanks out there are tanks I don't really want to fight, though. Oh. Poor T-14. That's what happens. That's what you get for camping. And ET2 looks like he's on the 0 line. Not a very good game in the Gross Tractor. But then again, I really only had, what, a tier 5 tank to shoot at. I missed my shot at the T-40. In general, well, it looks like the tank can actually do about 44. I am going a bit downhill. But yeah, in general, I'm not really having the love tonight with this guy. It's just not... It's not everything I hoped it would be. It is actually kind of decently fast. It definitely is more of a medium tank than a light tank. And this looks is going to get him. I'm actually slower than the Sherman, unfortunately. No. Is my lone kill going to be on that M7? No, he gets clicked by the other clicker. The only chance now is to try and find that AT2. And I'm not confident I can pen him anywhere at all. He's taken up a really good position, helping his team from the bottom corner of the map, K0. I have full health. Maybe we'll try and go find him. Where could he be? I have to try and be fairly sneaky about this. Because if he sees me, he can DPM me or just dirt me to death probably. And I'm the tip of the spear. The tier 3 tip of the spear. Oh, there he is. Looks like he's coming back. He hasn't spotted me yet. And I don't want to shoot at him because I don't want him to see me. Oh no! Oh no! Back up! Back up! Oh, he shot at me. Let's see if we can track him. We didn't penetrate the armor. Oh, tracked. Critical hit. That one didn't go through. Now his tracks are heavily damaged, but I'm not even able to track him. I think that may have tracked him. I'm basically just going to try and keep him here now. Let's see if we can feed the clicker another 4th kill. This guy's going to get a steel wall out of this. Actually, no, he has to live for that, I think. He's not having a very fun time anymore. That's why you always invest in a repair crew with your AT tanks. Uh-oh. Now he's moving again. And he is killed in the end by the Sherman 3. I only shot him 45 times, but he has 200 frontal armor. Even with shooting APCR rounds, there's no way I'm going to pen him. The best thing that was going to happen there was this. 301 tracking damage. And a little bit for the spotting in the T-14, which ended up getting him clicked. And the Panzer 1C, a little bit for spotting, which ended up getting him clicked as well. So not a bad game for a tier 5 game. 223. Only hit that M7 a couple times. Bounced on him once. That was my bounce, the non-penetrating right there. Just in general, I don't like this tank that much. It's not terrible, but it sees nasty tanks. And although the gun depression's good and it moves fairly well, I don't like the aim time is what? It says it's 2.2, but the gun handling is really, really bad. It blooms a lot. And just between the aim time and the shot velocity and how much time it hangs up in the air, it's not my kind of tank. I would much rather be driving anything else at tier 3 than this thing. I would put this at the bottom of every tier 3 tank that I've looked at this week.